What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Jared Anderson. Yes, the American sensation is planned to face top contenders by 2025. Okay. Top ranked promoter Bob Arum has big plans in store for Jared Anderson, but Big Baby needs to make sure he doesn't blow them up. Okay. In November, of course, he was arrested in Oregon for driving under the influence for improperly handling a firearm, okay? And Arum had this to say. He said, we're all aware of the situation. Hopefully he will start maturing enough to understand what a great opportunity boxing is for him economically and for him to continue on the path that he's been. He's very charming, intelligent, and articulate, okay? And in order for Anderson to earn a shot at heavyweight's crown, okay, he has to face guys like Wilder, Joseph Parker, Zhilei Zhang, or Joe Joyce. And he said he will be facing those type of names by next year, Arum said. We're going to move him starting now, relatively quickly. My goal is to have him to fight for a world title by 2026. I really believe Jared has all the ingredients to be a champion, but again, it's a long road and he's going to be tested. We've always had high hopes for him. Okay, those are the words of Bob Arum, and let me counterpunch. I think that's a perfect decision to go ahead with Jared Anderson. You know, move him quickly. I mean, move him like they move AJ. You know why? Because guys like AJ, listen, and this is something that I have to remind people of. AJ was locked up in the UK. He got into shit too. That's what you do when you're young. You're young, dumb, full of you know what, bars. You get into shit, you know, and you try to think out of the box and cut corners, and that's what happens. You make bad decisions. They both did that. But AJ was able to, they fast-tracked him. He didn't want to go to jail, but they fast-tracked this guy and kept him on the straight and narrow, but they kept him busy. So when you give someone focus and you give them an objective, it's kind of hard to sway right or left when they got you on one path. Don't sway here, don't sway there. Go right through the middle, right on your path that we're setting upon you, because I think that's the only way that's going to give Jared Anderson the focus to do what he's supposed to do. Now, if he crashes and burns, that's really up to him. But I think they need to do that before this man gets into some more shit, okay, that they can't get him or put him in that position. Okay, and he does have, I mean, Jared Anderson is not stupid. He does, you know what I mean? He doesn't lack confidence. He doesn't lack speaking ability. He's not one of those guys. He's one of those guys that can speak to you. He's very intelligent. He's cognitive of what you're saying. You know what I mean? He knows how to respond. He has good response time, and he's one hell of a fighter. Okay, but he's young, but he's also untested. He got wobbled a bit. He did against Charles Martin, the former IBF world champion. But, you know, and then that's Charles lately, okay? However, he did stand. He didn't fall. He didn't get dropped. He showed grit, and he won the damn fight, okay? And I think Bob Arum doing that, they know, like, look, if we're going to have any American chance of having American heavyweights, this is our best bet. So, yeah, they need to get Jared Anderson in position to do bigger things, to keep his ass focused. Because if he's just fighting these guys we don't know of, I think his mind lingers. Like, man, I could be going out and doing this and getting in the car. And, you know, I got to have my gun with me. Got to stay strapped. And, you know, you know what I mean? Like a lot of times, I was young once, okay? I ain't old, but I was young once a time. And you had this like mindset that like, look, you have to protect yourself, and you have this kind of mentality that, you know what I mean? Like, hey, I need to do this and do that. And you know what I mean? And basically it goes off the path that you shouldn't be on. So yeah, a little imagination and voided time can be, that's a recipe for disaster. Okay. You know, idle mind makes is the devil's playground type thing, right? A little preachy, but it's true. When you're not focused, you know that could happen. And I think that happened to Jared Anderson on a couple occasions that we know of. You know what I'm saying? So, and also to add to that, Jared Anderson is planning to get out of boxing in 3-4 years. Well, there you go. Let's get this man something to do before, he messes up. Okay? But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Bob Arum fast starting Jared Anderson to fight for a belt by 2026 and fight top fighters by 2025. Of course, please subscribe. Bars. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.